Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a crit race for the first time in a pretty long time. More specifically, this is Crit City. And it has been, I haven't raced in Crit City since last year sometime, or last season, I should say. And last season, I raced it all the time. So I'm taking a much needed break from Crit City. This course specifically, I mean, it's cool. I know it like the back of my hand, so I felt pretty confident going in. And it is a big group, a good 61 riders. And I knew it was going to be a fast one, and it did not disappoint. Let me tell you what. Let me give you some statistics about myself. I know we got a lot of new subscribers as of late. Of course, my name is Eric Barfel. I'm about 6 foot 2 inches tall, weigh a whopping 165 pounds. I'm definitely a lighter weight rider. And currently, I have an estimated FTP of about 265, according to Zwift Power. The last FTP test I took, which was a couple months ago, I came in at 257. So 260, I'm probably due for another one, but 265, probably not too far off from what it is. So if you actually measure it out, technically I should be in B category. Talk about this quite a lot, but Zwift Power, check my profile. It says minimum race category is Cat C. So take it up with Zwift Power, not me. But nonetheless, back to this race. I do what I always did, which is just yo-yo from front to back the whole race, because for some reason I just could not get comfortable with pace, with the cadence, and nothing felt right. I didn't feel super fresh going into this per se. I mean, I felt okay. Mentally, I felt fantastic. I was like, oh, Crit City, I know this one like the back of my hand, which I do. But yeah, just this big group, I wasn't feeling too great, but mentally I felt really sharp. I tell you what, this hill coming up right here, I forgot how steep it was. I forgot how much power you need to get up it and to stay with the group. And so being a lighter weight rider, it's not a huge deal for me, but every lap I came like mid pack or towards the back of the front group here. And then when it turns this corner and it's like a slight downhill, again, being a lightweight rider, I just can't stay up at the front. I don't know what it is. I do these rollers pretty well each and every time. Actually, I make up quite a few positions, but I'm surging every time. And then we turn the corner and I try to like ease it up. I try to draft. I try to recover a little bit. Every lap for 8 laps. So we're actually going to skip ahead right here. And this is 2 laps to go. And it's been the same thing the entirety of the ride. If you look at my power profile down at the bottom, you see the big red sections are the hill climb. And then the jagged spires of red are the rollers that I've done. So I really try to punch up the hill and then coast ever so slightly down the hill for, 0.2 seconds and then hit it again 3 or 4 times. So yeah, I knew going into this one, I wanted to be in good position. Especially, I mean, this is the second to last lap. This is the front group. It's about half the field now, looking at about 30 or so riders. I've been holding on to an aero boost the entire race. I got it, I think lap 1 it was. And I see a lot of people with feathers. Some people got the aero boost too. And this is where I hate Zwift and its video game aspect, because you're not really going to do very well on a crit race unless you have the aero boost for the final sprint. But I also knew the final sprint wasn't what was going to hurt me so bad. What was going to hurt me was the hill, because every lap I just hadn't done very well on that stupid hill. So here we are crossing the finish line, heading into the very last lap. I know how this goes. Everyone's going to be real squirrely, real anxious, fighting for position. The pace is going to get all the quicker. My heart rate's hovering around 180, if not a little bit higher. So I'm trying desperately to bring it down. But I'm also pretty gassed, sadly, for this. I mean, it's only like a 20-some minute race, but actually, and there's Cadman Cycling right there in that white Trek jersey. I really wanted to beat him, and that's the main thing I was going for. I'm definitely top of the C class, and I was like, I want to win this whole thing. I've never won Crit City before, but I know I have to be one of the first guys up the top of this hill, And even with a 400 or 500 watt dig, I mean, look at this. I'm not. Everybody's got a stupid feather, so I'm way in the back, and I'm still doing over 300 watts. Now we're going down the hill. There's a huge line of guys, super strung out, go into the rollers, and I keep the power down. Heart rate is at 184. Look at this. I'm doing like 600, almost 700 watts over these rollers. The field is so strung out. We come around this turn, this hairpin. I use the aero boost, kick it into high gear. I passed several guys, but not the result I wanted at all. Not the time I wanted. It just not a good day for me. So 11th place, not even top 10. Granted, it was a huge field, but I wanted at least top 10. So I'm not too thrilled with that. Cadman did much better than me. Wanted to beat him. I want to say I have been working on pushing the ceiling of my heart rate, and in this race I hit 192 beats per minute coming across that finish line. So not my best race. It was good to see Crit City again. I forgot how bad it hurt. I tell you what, I'm going into this weekend totally decimated though. My legs are toast. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.